now that we've got through our weekly coach firing, now we can talk about tonight's games. I'm amazed at just how many coaches are out of work, and yet it feels kind of like the '80s that way because there were years where there were a lot of coaches fired. And remember, back then there were only 21 teams in the league, so you go through this. Normally at the end of the season, though, it just feels weird to see so much during the season. And very often during the season, it was probably the Devils doing it because Lou Lamoriello decided, I'm going to step behind the bench, or hey, we're just going to change the coach. And then it would work. This is where it gets dangerous, is when it works. So some other GM out there is going, oh, I worked there, so let's give it a shot. This year, it's been, it's been a bit of a mixed bag. So let's get into tonight's previews. Montreal in against Pittsburgh. No new coaches there. These guys have been behind the bench for a while, and there's no calls for firing either of them, really. Although Claude Julien at times this year, there's been some discussion about whether or not it might happen. If it did happen, it would have to be after the season. Montreal's 27, 25, and 7. They're 6-4 in their last 10. So pretty solid run overall. They're 14, 10, and 3 on the road. The problem is nobody ahead of them that they need to go into a huge slump really sort of is. So while Toronto's third spot looks catchable, it's going to be tricky for them, especially without Shea Weber for 4 to 6 weeks. Which, if it's 6 weeks, that takes you up to basically the end of the year. The Pittsburgh Penguins 34, 15, and 6 over their last 10. They're 6, 3, and 1 at home. They're 19, 5, and 4. So Pittsburgh's a pretty tough team at home. These teams met December 11th in Pittsburgh. Montreal actually won that one 4-1. In Montreal on January 4th, Pittsburgh won in overtime 3-2. So no home team has won yet in this season series. We'll see if Pittsburgh changes that tonight. For the Montreal Canadiens, it is hard not to notice that Max Domi is having problems scoring. 13 goals, 23 assists, 36 points. He's hitting posts, he's hitting crossbars, he's getting close, he's getting robbed by goaltenders. The opportunities are there, and you get more concerned when they're not than when they are. So the opportunities are there for him, and we'll see whether or not he breaks through tonight against the Penguins. Cousins, 8 goals, 12 assists. Petrie, 8 goals, 27 assists. Tatar, 20 goals and 32 assists for the Montreal Canadiens to lead them in scoring with 52 points. All right, just double checking to make sure on all the goaltending stuff. Price hasn't been confirmed yet for Montreal. It'll be Price. Price is 24, 20, and 4 with a 913 save percentage. Lindgren's 1 and 3 with an 888 save percentage. So there's that. On the Pittsburgh side, Simone, 7 goals, 14 assists, 21 points for him. Zucker, still 14 goals, 15 assists, 29 points, the ones he brought over from Minnesota. Malkin, 18 goals, 40 assists, 58 points. And Crosby, in 27 games, you have to have that qualifier, 10 goals, 21 assists, 31 points. They haven't confirmed their goaltender either. I have no idea where they're going to go with this. Murray's 16, 7, and 5 with a 902 save percentage. Jarry is 18, 8, and 1 with a 929 save percentage for the Pittsburgh Penguins. So we'll see which way they go with that tonight. All right, next up is the Rangers. The Rangers are in against Columbus. This is a matchup between two teams that played last night. The Rangers, 29, 23, and 4 now. They are 6 games above 500 for the first time all season. And we'll see whether or not they can get further ahead than that. They are 6 and 4 in their last 10, 13, 11, and 2 on the road. And they have to feel pretty confident right now. Not only that, but they're up against a team that they're chasing. So while the odds of them catching up to everybody remain slim for the most part, at least they're winning and they have to feel good about that part of things. Columbus is 30, 17, and 11. And it feels like for Columbus things are not falling off the tracks, but it's not quite as exciting and they're not steamrolling through everybody anymore. They're 6, 1, and 3 in their last 10. At home, they're 18, 10, and 3 overall. So for Columbus, this is a very important game to make sure that they stem the tide and they get back on a winning track. And I would imagine they'll have Elvis back in the net tonight. December 5th, New York Rangers won in Columbus 3-2. January 19th, Columbus won in New York 2-1. So this is another series where the home team hasn't won yet. They will meet again March 24th in New York. So the New York Rangers will host the last meeting. Tonight is in Columbus. And for the Rangers, there's some interesting storylines here. Artemi Panarin, 29 goals, 47 assists, 76 points. Amazing season he's been having. Chris Kreider, 22 goals, 18 assists, 40 points. Do you renew Chris Kreider or do you trade Chris Kreider? That is the multi-million-dollar question to Jeff Gorton. Adam Fox, 6 goals, 24 assists, 30 points for the rookie, who's having an amazing season. And Brady Shea, 7 goals, 15 assists, 22 points. And you wonder, with Fox having all these points and everything that's going on, do they make another change on the blue line? Because it feels like the Rangers every offseason make a change on the blue line. Does Shea end up being the guy that gets moved? What happens with the New York Rangers this summer? No confirmation on goaltender. I would think Lundqvist, because Georgiev played last night. Shesterkin, it was his ankle bothering him, took him out last night. So sure, the three-headed goaltending monster that is the New York Rangers will continue. Lundqvist is 10, 11, and 3 with a 907 save percentage. Georgiev's 13, 11, and 1 with a 908 save percentage. Shesterkin 6 and 1 with a 941 save percentage. On the Columbus side of things, Werenski, 17 goals, 17 assists for 34 points. Amazing season for him. Dubois, 17 goals, 26 assists, 43 points. Now, I made this up last night, so Liam Foudy I put up with two games and 1 assist, but he has been returned to the Ontario Hockey League. Left him on the board because I want to say in 2 games up there with limited opportunities, I thought he did quite well, and he is going to be a part of their roster every game, I would think, starting next season. And so that's an exciting view of the future that Columbus fans got for 2 games there. Milano, 5 goals, 12 assists, 17 points for him. In net, I would imagine Merzlikins. He's 12, 7, and 5 with a 930 save percentage. Kivlenieks is now 1-0-1 with a 916 save percentage. Not pedestrian numbers for any goaltender right now for them. And we'll see what happens when Korpisalo comes back. I talk about it a lot because honestly, when Korpisalo comes back, is he the starter or does Merzlikins keep the lion's share of the starts? Because you don't like to see a guy lose his starting job when he gets hurt. You don't like to see that in football. You don't like to see it in hockey either. All right. San Jose. Yes, the Sharks in against the Winnipeg Jets. This is a very dangerous game for the Winnipeg Jets. They are really on that line. And now that Minnesota's fired their shot and fired their coach, Winnipeg obviously not firing their coach, having just extended him. Maybe a bit of an arms race coming in the West. Winnipeg does need help on the blue line. They want that Byfuglien contract terminated, which it still isn't yet. So it's kind of weird because it still hasn't officially been terminated. So they don't officially have that space under the cap. So for anybody who said, oh, it's nice of Dustin to do this for the team so they have cap space, he hasn't done it yet. So, yeah. San Jose's 24, 28, and 4 overall. In their last 10, they're 4 and 6. On the road, they're 10, 14, and 3. So, San Jose, it's been a rough season, and it continues. Winnipeg, 29, 24, and 5. They've had a rough time of it on and off, too. 4, 5, and 1 in their last 10. At home, they're 14, 13, and 3. This homestand, I really think, will define whether or not they make the playoffs. And right now, it's a 50-50 proposition. Whatever happens from here for the rest of this homestand, I believe it's 6 games. I think this is game 4. It's something along those lines. Whatever happens from here is going to tell you the rest of the tale. Winnipeg won in San Jose November 1st, 3-2. Winnipeg won in San Jose again on November 27th, 5-1. But Winnipeg's a better team on the road than at home. So we'll see if they can sweep the season series tonight against the San Jose Sharks. Evander Kane, 21 goals, 16 assists, 37 points for the Sharks. Barclay Goodrow, 8 goals, 15 assists, 23 points. Timo Meier, 18 goals, 19 assists, 37 points. Erik Karlsson, he's had a good season, not a great season. 6 goals, 34 assists, 40 points. Aaron Dell plays tonight. Apparently Martin Jones likely plays tomorrow. Jones is 13, 17, and 2 with an 889 save percentage. We haven't seen much of Jones lately. Dell, 11, 11, and 2 with a 909 save percentage. Dell has been really good, and that's why we haven't seen much of Jones. On the Winnipeg side of things, Pionk, 6 goals, 31 assists, 37 points. He could score around 50 this year. That'd be fantastic. Has greatly exceeded what anybody, including myself, might have expected of him this year, and has really tried to help make up for the time that was played last year by guys like Trouba and Byfuglien. Kopp, 10 goals, 11 assists. Love Andrew Kopp's game. If he does end up being a guy they're not going to be able to protect through the Seattle expansion draft, watch for him to end up somewhere else. I think Kopp's fantastic, or they make a move somewhere else to make sure that they can keep him. Maybe call Seattle and say, hey, would a third make sure you don't take him? Okay, well, what about... And then you add a prospect to it, because Kopp's fantastic. Wheeler, 17 goals, 32 assists, 49 points for him. Laine, 24 goals, 29 assists, 53 points. Is he a point a game? No, but he's pretty darn close. Goaltending, Hellebuck is likely for tonight. He's 24, 17, and 5 with a 919 save percentage. Brossoit would be the backup. He's 5 and 7 with an 888 save percentage. So, Winnipeg, there are some parts of the team that they might want to see short up at the deadline, I should say, including the blue line. And we'll see how things go for them tonight. Last game of the night is New Jersey in against Carolina. Yes, the New Jersey Devils coming off of an impressive 4-1 win over Detroit, where they scored 4 goals in 4 minutes. Just outside of that 4 minutes, Detroit was pretty good, but New Jersey does get the win. They're now 21, 25, and 10. So New Jersey's record is bad, but it's not as miserable as maybe expected. They're 4-3-3 in their last 10. So they've only lost 3 in regulation out of their last 10. They should be a good test for the Carolina Hurricanes. Hurricanes will be facing a team that's 12 and 15 on the road. The Devils, 3 games below 500 on the road, which again isn't bad considering where they are in the standings. Carolina, they're 32, 21, and 3 overall. They're 5, 4, and 1 in their last 10. At home, they're 18, 9, and 1. So again, Carolina should win this. New Jersey, it's their second game in 2 nights. But Carolina has been basically very unpredictable this season. November 2nd, New Jersey won in Carolina 5-3. So this is the second meeting in Carolina. And Carolina gets 2 games at home against New Jersey. 2 games in New Jersey before the end of the year. March 12th and March 29th, the Carolina Hurricanes will be in New Jersey. So the New Jersey Devils, if they could take, say, 5 out of 6 points in those 3 games, they could basically submarine hopes for the Carolina Hurricanes to make the playoffs, or at the very least make it very, very difficult for them to make the playoffs. So for New Jersey fans who want to see their team play spoiler, that may happen against Carolina. Butcher for the Devils, 4 goals, 17 assists, 21 points for him. Palmieri, 21 goals, 18 assists for 39 points. Zacha, 6 goals, 19 assists, 25 points. I think he's had a decent year. I don't think it's been bad. Wood, 10 goals, 10 assists. Love Miles Wood. Domingue is starting, which makes the chances of victory drop quite significantly. Blackwood's 18, 12, and 7 with a 912 save percentage. Domingue is 3, 6, and 2 with an 882 save percentage. Yeah, so there you go. Foegele, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points for Foegele for the Carolina Hurricanes. Aho, 31 goals, 21 assists, 52 points. Pesce, 4 goals, 12 assists, 16 points. And Gardner, 3 goals, 15 assists, 18 points for him. Gardner, it feels like, has gotten better as the season's gone along. His plus-minus is still miserable, but it feels like he's got a little bit better. Any improvement is appreciated. Mrazek is listed as likely. He's 18, 15, and 2 with a 901 save percentage. Reimer's 14, 6, and 1 with a 917 save percentage. So yeah, you guys are all set for tonight's action. Just the 4 games. Tomorrow's going to be busier. Watch for tonight after these games are done. They are all at the same time, 4 o'clock Eastern, or 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Watch for me to get the preview for tomorrow's games up tonight, and relatively early tonight since all these games are done early. We're all done around 6:30 tonight. So there you go. You guys are all caught up. Let me know your predictions and your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.